Welcome to episode 6 of The Savage Lands. We are back at Gulf Cobalt, and I'm pretty sure that during this episode, we're going to see the first arrival of new migrants for this fortress. Because right now, well, things are as good as they can be. We are settling in, we're producing our stonewares, the fortress's defenses are looking pretty okay, I'd say. And all in all, it's now about getting ourselves deeper into the mountain. So my plans for today are I want to find ore. I really want to check out what type of ores we can find down there and get myself something going here. I have already found tin. That's the only metal that we have found so far. But, well, in my first attempts, I was very, very bound to find coal and get downstairs with the exploration. Whereas this time, well, we're going to look for material to use because I just have accepted the fact that charcoal is going to be the only fuel that this fortress will really have access to for the time being. Maybe something changes about that. Maybe we will get access to magma sooner than I think, but we'll see about that. Until then, there's just way more work than we got workers these days, which is a little bit tragic, but that's just the way it is. And I also wanted to set up a little bit of some economy. It's about time that we think about economy here. So, we have our trade liaison getting to our city. Wonderful. So let's see what we can sell this season. Our finished goods bin, well, we got some items here. We have a lot of amulets. Sadly, there's a rope mixed into that. Quite angry with my dwarfs if they do such things. Yeah, well, we cannot change it, eh? So, we've made quite a lot of tradables there. At least that's something. So let's see what our friends have brought to us this season. There's one gem bin, but I'm not going to dare to sell that because that's just way too valuable. There's more finished goods here. Gotta say, Warcraft's dwarfs were really busy this year. Alright, so this gives me and the dwarfs of this place a little bit of hope because with that money that we're acquiring here, we surely will be able to get ourselves some provisions. So let's see what we can trade there. It's going to be a little bit annoying to click through all those things, but well, we gotta do what we gotta do. So let's see. I want to ask for something specific. I really want to have a search bar in this window. I really don't understand why we don't have any search bar in here. I mean, what the hell? So where is Coke here? Miscellaneous. All right, that's what we're going to order alongside with charcoal. Yeah, well, probably. Let's see. We're going to order ourselves some lignite and some bituminous coal if they do that as well. I have no clue. I'm just going to try it out if that works out. So yeah, bituminous coal, that's the thing. Lignite. All right. So let's make the best out of our situation. It's going to be overpriced and all, headwear and footwear, but maybe we can get ourselves some profit out of that. Waiting for the bins to be transported over there. Broker is already sitting at the depot. And the last bin has been transported. Wonderful. So, pig iron, well, it couldn't be less interesting. Thanks for trying, though. Raw glass, no thanks. Clay, only usable if we fire it. I bet we can collect clay by ourselves. So, instruments, probably interesting, so I'm going to leave them open. Toy boat, toy hammer, toy axes. No, thank you. Blue peahen. tempted, but no. Still going to buy those metal cages because they are valuable for me. So let's see. Honey bee venom. Seriously, you're bringing me entire barrels full of venom? I mean, sure, this place is a suicide cult, I guess, but seriously, the nether cap, the nether cap barrels are pretty awesome, though. They come with internal cooling, so I'm going to buy a bit of extra barrels there, simply because wood is not that much of a common thing here. So, silver warhammers, iron short swords, iron spears, that's the stuff we're going to buy here. That's the kind of item we're going to buy here. Why is that silver mace so costly? Is it engraved? Or decorated? Well, we're not going to buy that. Steel pick. Well, let's take the bismuth bronze one and the steel one. We are desperate, you know. Training axes, no thanks. Shirts, iron shield. Oh wow, we're talking. So in this fortress, we really have to buy everything metal that we can acquire, you know. Oh yeah, bags. Pigtail bag. No, I don't want the extraordinary valuable bags, thank you. I'm buying these bags because it's just relieving the strain from my economy. So we're going to use the bags that they're bringing us. And yeah, totally going to buy 1 box of leather here and 1 box of cloth. Nether cap boxes. They're so darn fancy. Okay, so let's sell these items here. So I'm going to pause the video real quick and do the trade-off cam because that's just boring to watch. Alright, at the end of the day, I had to give them really everything that we had on the caravan, even the ropes and all, because I realized that we were really close with the pricing there, but I really don't mind. It's wonderful. We have gathered enough weaponry to get a makeshift militia together. That's awesome. They brought us at least enough weapons that they're going to be able to kill something while they're fighting for their lives. That's pretty awesome. So let's floor over this place. I really hope I have enough blocks for now. I need 64 blocks. No! Jerry. Alright, yeah. I got to assign that block job a little bit more specifically. Obviously, we need to go for rock salt blocks. There we go. And it has to be rock salt. Does that work? Let's see if they're going to process that accordingly or not. I really love my underground farm here. It's really coming together nicely. So that trade will mean so much to the people of this place, I bet. So let's see. We better see a new job of rock salt blocks being carved here. Yes, it works. Wonderful. So we're going to get these done at some point. Where the hell are my miners at? Please. My chief medical dwarf is a legendary miner. We have to change that. This is just not feasible. Seriously, the chief medical dwarf is now going to be... I need more people. We surely are too small. So I'm going to wait until the people are there. I'm just a little bit surprised that none of these mining jobs are being done here. So where are my miners storing items in stockpiles? So it's one of these times again. All right. Let's see if we can just increase the priority of these jobs to convince my mining dwarfs to get the jobs done again. I really want to store the mechanisms in the vicinity of my mechanics workshops because that'll do a lot here. Priority increase. always does the trick. Wonderful. So let's check out what we're going to do elsewhere. So obviously engraving is not as important as hauling. We still have these insane holding jobs on the tab. So we found a little bit of metal in this claystone layer. When we were digging through the chalk layer, we didn't find anything except for gemstone. I should really bring up some gemstone processing soon as well. That's really going to pay off. So claystone would yield us some cassiterite. Obviously, mudstone has gold. We can get ourselves gold. How about starting with that? So we got a lot of tin. Tin is really very, very present here. So the siltstone layer didn't provide anything. So that was quite unsettling to be honest there. So the granite layer, well, maybe I wasn't patient enough. We did find some gemstone in the granite though. Then we went down here. Diorite didn't yield anything except for a gemstone yet again. And then we went for the gabbro. So in the gabbro, I have found gemstones so far exclusively. And then we were in the quartzite layer. All right. I'm looking for the deep layer now. I just want to check out if I have overlooked anything in the time being. So yeah, here's the gabbro. I don't know if we really need to go down that deep. So let's see. That's the deepest layer that we've got so far. Okay, well, let's just carve it out there as well, because I really want to check out whether or not we'll be able to find something down there. There's a good chance that we're going to hit some rare materials down here. So let's see. At least the gemstones will be most likely quite valuable down here, because we are already really deep in that area. So let's see. I haven't given up my hope to find iron somewhere. I mean, even small amounts of iron would get us somewhere, you know? So let's see. We've struck praise. Yeah, well, that stuff's everywhere. That stuff's everywhere. Alright. Let's see what they'll find. We have given them a nice job to work at. Broker can leave his place too. We have traded ourselves a couple of cages. I'm really happy about that acquisition because cages, oh, well, we can make them out of wood, obviously, but until then, cages will be quite valuable. So let's see. I want to get downstairs and see. Our stoneworkers' workshops are not manned. Damn, we need more people. Really need more people. It's one of the major issues right now of this mine. For real. So let's see. Really should get this on a hotkey here because this is way deeper than I want to scroll. Okay, let's say this is the new F5 area. There we go. Oh dear, this doesn't look good so far. Damn. Okay, so we got our gold down here, and this area has been finally carved out, so let's sign that for the mechanisms. Where are mechanisms, actually? I wonder, are they finished goods? No. Are they furniture? Yes. Yes. Alright, so they're considered furniture. We're going to assign this, of course, to all the mechanisms out there. There we go. And you guys will deposit your stuff too. Here we go. Drop that down there, and we will have our order here. So we've struck more praise. Gosh. So it seems to me as if I have to accept that this area here is just devoid of everything, which is Very, very tragic, to say the least, but what can I do? I mean, obviously, we are only finding some traces of gemstone here, and that's that. So, well, let's skeeter downstairs further. I mean, that's the wonderful thing. We can just go for an exploratory dive here. Now let's see. I mean, we should hit rock bottom soon. Here we go. So I think we're here we are at the bottom of the cavern. Minus 83 elevation. Jeez. So this place is really, really a deep dive. That's for sure. So here we're skeetering back and forth. I have a feeling as if there's really nothing except for praise down there. So we're going to go for the deep, deep dive now. We're going to seal off things if they go and turn out to be problematic. Ugh, still no migrants. Well, at least we got the drinks that we require. Let's see, is the kitchen again stealing my booze? No, they're not. That's how I like it. So, we have some monsters down here. Beautiful. We also got lots of water down there. I really don't know how much dry ground we will find here. So, I'm really curious to see what will come below this cavern floor. I mean, basically, we're carving ourselves now into the next layer of this whole situation, so as you see there, we don't see anything here. It's the great unknown. We're digging deeper than we probably should. So let's dig this way. I mean, before we had this down there, so let's see what'll happen here. I mean, worst case scenario, we're just going to draw up a emergency wall, and that's that. There's really no risk involved, except for striking lava or something like that, or releasing demons, but we got a lever to pull and to seal off those poor souls, and right now, bringing up a militia or anything is not worth it. We really should keep exploring. I need metal. So far, gold and tin are the only metals to be found here, which is quite tragic, because with that composition of metals, we won't be getting far, you know? Because the fact is, we need better materials to craft at least something, you know? If we want to use the tin we find, the least we would need is a bit of copper to make at least bronze or pewter, you know. If we have a heavy overweight of tin, we could make some really nice fine pewter, but also nothing's gonna happen without copper. We didn't find anything. So let's see how deep we can dig before we either strike magma or whatever. I mean, I'm really I'm really done with this. Okay, so besides that, let's consider that this will be one day my storage stockpile for wood. So since this is the case, I want to create a bit of production area here where we can make charcoal and the like, you know. So let's produce a bit of a cavity here. Hey, look at us, green gems. So that's something we have a serious abundance here at this place. We got so many green gems to work with. It is amazing. I mean, these suckers, they aren't even worth too much. That's the worst part about them. We are so deep here. We could technically already strike diamonds or whatever, but instead we're digging super cheap praise. Oh, that is it. It is as it is, you know. It is as it is. So here I'm doing some probing down below, and some more downstairs caving because we really need to get down there. I feel like the dwarfs of this place, with all their suicide god thing, they might just be just interested in going down deep and not taking that much care of their self-preservation as other dwarfs would. You know what I mean? Probably they are just crazy like that. Whatever might be the case, striking the magma layers would be an insane help for this place. That's one thing I cannot deny. All right, we can finally make a flooring here. So the comment section told me that it is safe to make floors like that. So we're going to give or dwarfs here a bit of a trust bonus because you guys told me that I can. If they will dive to their deaths, though, don't worry, I won't blame anybody except for myself. Jokes aside, I think this should be okay. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, so let's see. Did they already dive down there? Oh, okay. They didn't take that through, but I think at this point it's safe to say that the entire Gabbro layer is just devoid of anything that I'd like to have. We better just check out for whatever is below there, you know, whatever is below there. The grid that I'm digging here is oh boy. So we've struck cavern layer 2 and 3. Oh well, that's something. So when we check this out, this is all right. 2 height layers below. Nevertheless, there's a necessity to walls off here. No biggie. All right, and we've also found a downward passage. So if I'm not mistaken, this means that we could go down all the way to depth layer 3 of the caverns. So is that good news? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how I should take that. But it also shows me one thing. There is really nothing here except for green gemstones. And we need that construction. I don't know. Right now there could be only something flying wheeze around, but nevertheless something flying could wheeze around. So we now know where the caverns are at. It's a good thing. So let's just carve our way all the way downstairs there. So we now know where we can get ourselves gold from. That's really good. It's really, really good. But besides that, the deeper layers of this place gave me no bigger hope of finding anything except for access to magma one day soon. But for now, we're going to leave it like that. The only thing that I want to do now is I want to monitor the ceiling of this place. You know, I'm really scared. Cavern Layer 2 is where the bad boys are living at, and without any military of any sort, this is really freaking me out, you know. So here, Amos is doing his thing, so now we're safe. Right on. So let's get back to this place, and we're going to make ourselves a bit of charcoal here. And we're also going to decide where our meager smeltery will be at. I think we're going to do something like that here. Yeah, let's do this. Since Gulf Cobalt will never have a large-scale metal production anywhere close to the surface, that being said, close to the surface, we're going to make a bit of a storage here for the charcoal and a bit of a storage for the metal here. And then we're going to set up the smithies over in between here. So we're going to have one smithy over here, one smithy over there, and then we connect that to storage areas all over the place. Let's see what we're going to do here. Maybe some other workshops. I don't know yet, but we're going to later. So far, so disappointing. I really gotta say, I did expect something from the Gabbro layer, but maybe that was a mistake in the first place, that I did expect anything from the Scott-forsaken place. Well, that being said, we are getting somewhere. The only thing that doesn't get done at all is the engraving. So, Monum and Melville, what are you guys doing the entire day? Tell me. So he's storing. All right. I love to look what my dudes do. All right. So all in all, the hauling jobs are killing it. So let's change that. So only one person does haul. From time to time, I really like to shake things up like that, because this way we're going to make sure that hauling is not going to block everybody. I mean, only one dwarf doing all the hauling for this fortress is a sad joke, because that just doesn't work. But it frees up all the other people from their chores there. I'm preparing myself now for the upcoming onslaught of people, because they will arrive. I know that they will. They always come ultimately. But I also really want to beauty up this place a bit. So, the Snarling Sanctum. I have forgotten what Gorgon was, but I only do remember that it was no too friendly god there. Alright. So what's your excuse now, huh? So Monum is making the blocks, I see. Yeah, there is a bit of a problem there with our current situation, and that's mainly that we are seriously understaffed. That's the biggest thing there, because we just don't have the amount of people yet. But the good news is we are very much at the end of all the hardships, and more people will arrive very soon. So we got that super nice looking quartzite layer that only has tourmaline, as it seems. It's amazing how dull the variety of metals and stuff here is. The entire metamorphic layer seemed to be devoid of anything. That's that's shocking, you know. That's really, really shocking. We had most of our treasures in the sedimentary layer. The gold we had was in the sedimentary layer, and so is the cassiterite. So I don't know what to think about that. It's a quite difficult situation, but at least we got gold, I'd say. So we can make some fancy things out of that. All right, so we're doing it, everybody. We're actually setting up our first smelter. Just 6 episodes in, casually starting to smelt now, and they did it. They did it, guys. So thanks so much for pointing that out. This is saving so much time. I'm really, really grateful for your help in that regard. It really does do a lot here for this place. We struck white jade. All right. At least we are finding some nice gemstones down here. So gemstones is another department that we should also take into consideration here. So let's see. Where do we put the gem crafters? I want them somewhere near close by where I do create my furniture at. So let's put the gemstone people probably into these caves. Let's do that. I like this. So we're going to give them a storage dungeon in this area. So we're going to do the jeweler's workshops here, and then we're going to store the jewelry somewhere around here, let's say. And here are going to be the items that the jeweler's workshops will use for decoration issues. Let's do this. because we do have a lot of gemstone. That's another thing that we definitely can use here. So here we go. Okay, so far so good. We can start next episode with the low scale smelting of things. We got cassiterite and we got gold, so we can at least increase the value of this place. Good. I'd say that's a good spot to end for today. I really, really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. This place is it is something. It is a challenge in every regard due to its special nature of the place here, but also I really enjoy my time around here. I hope so do you. So feel free to leave me your comments. I really love hearing from you. Feel free to leave this episode a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate if you'd give it one. And feel free to check out the description box. There is a playlist link leading to the first episode if you came in late. That's the place to check out the other stuff. And of course, a big thanks to the supporters of this channel. You guys really, really make a lot happen here that I totally appreciate. And there's a lot of little links down there leading to Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee, and I'd be really happy if you'd give it a look. If not, well, don't fret, you're still watching this video. This means a terrible lot to me, and I appreciate that a lot. So, see you guys next time when we're going to tidy up this place a little bit more, and I'm going to start and ponder how we're going to get ourselves some access to the deeper layers of this cavern, because I do think about cage traps and all other manner of wild things, because, you know, if we don't have metal, maybe we can defend ourselves with monsters. So, these are just a couple of thoughts. I hope you guys are tuning on in the next time as well. See you there.